Hello Internet, welcome back to Watch with Joe. It is time for another episode of Andor. We left off at the last episode with a mostly successful heist being completed. They got majority of the cash. They got away. Unfortunately, they did lose some people along the way. Like most of the crew. Almost all of the crew. Yeah. So Tamron shot. Karras was crushed. Unfortunately, that was sad because he was a good boy. Gorn shot. Sheen wanted to betray them and take the money for himself and would split it with Cassian, but Cassian decided to shoot him instead. And Cinta was left on planet. Obviously, that was her getaway. Because she had an Imperial uniform that she changed into and walked out of the control tower. So that was obviously part of the plan. Cassian's basically said, just give me the money that I was promised and then I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't want any part of it. So I assume he gets that money and then he either heads back to try and get his friends or he just goes and tries to hide somewhere. Either or. I think that's going to be the next adventure. But there is the possibility that he does stay with what's her name? Vel. I haven't got it written down. I don't know why I'm looking at my notebook. That would be far too organised. And does meet up and hand over the cash. We will see. That was the main focus of the last episode. There wasn't much on Mon Mothma. Or on my mind's gone blank again. I'm terrible with names. I think this is a running theme throughout all the episodes, all the videos on this channel, that I am terrible with names. End of the second mini arc of the season, I assume, with the heist being done. And I guess now we're moving into the second half of the season. The third arc, maybe? And that's how I'm breaking it up anyway. In my own head. I don't know if that's how anyone else is doing it. Because I don't read anything about these things so that I'm not spoiled or my opinion isn't changed from what that was when I reacted. Or when I thought about it afterwards. That's more detail than you need to know. Anyway, that's enough talk from me. Let's get down to it. It's episode 7. Of Andor. Well, he's finding out about the robbery now.
What happened?
They attacked the garrison. They'll regret it.
The following measures will be adopted empire-wide as of today.
Oh, this is...
Tribute tax equal to 5 times the amount stolen from Aldhani will be levied on any sector harboring partisan activity.
Okay, they're going hardcore.
No one. The use of any local custom, festival, or tradition as cover for rebel activity will trigger permanent revocation of imperial tolerance.
Oh.
I spoke with... The Emperor will be convening an emergency session of the Senate to propose a legislation package of bills and amendments that will free our hands in all matters of surveillance, search, and seizure.
Oh, dear Lord.
Any criminal act with even indirect effect on the Empire will henceforth be branded a Class 1 offence. Prison sentences.
You're not pleased. We're playing straight into their hands.
Yeah, you go hard, you get a hard response.
Rebels. We're treating what happened at Aldhani like a robbery. What would you call it? An announcement.
Oh, I'm so nervous about this.
Was this you?
Yep.
The garrison, Aldhani. I worried you might do something like this.
How I wish I had.
Revolutionists are expensive.
I told you
Yep.
doing everything.
I warned you when we started.
You told me we were building a network.
What were my words?
This is something else entirely.
Turning back will be impossible. You knew where this was going.
No, this is someone who wasn't prepared for the realities of rebellion.
Palpatine won't hesitate now.
Exactly. We need it. We need the fear. We need them to overreact. The Empire has been choking us so slowly we're starting to notice.
You need them to speed it up so people notice it more.
People will suffer.
That's the plan. We need every credit we can get our hands on. Let me know how the meeting goes.
This is the realities of rebellion.
I hope she's worth it.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah. Well, we know she is.
Can't hide forever.
And he's right. You've got to, at some point in a rebellion, you've got to weigh up the costs versus the rewards. And at the moment, because it's a slow choke, the wider galaxy isn't noticing. Because you don't notice it when it's slowly stripped away from you, your freedoms and things. But when it's taken suddenly, that's when you notice. And that's when you get angry. And that's when you act.
I need a multi-sector data blend going back 2 years. The survey pool is Imperial naval bases and repair facilities. I want a record of all missing avionics, comm, navigation, and targeting equipment.
For which star system?
All star systems. Can I rely on you for that level of discretion?
Absolutely. Yes. Can do.
Will do.
Will do.
Right. Get on with it.
We have a loose end. Cassian Andor, who you know as Clem.
We can't have him walking around with Luthen in his head.
You mean kill him?
This is what revolution looks
Oh, I was not expecting that. They're putting a hit out on Cassian. Oh, he has gone back.
You can't stay here, Cass. It's not safe. Ferrix is under Imperial authority. You shouldn't be here.
No, he shouldn't really.
Get out of the cold and damp. Find somewhere warm and easy. I can make it.
There's nowhere easy anymore, Cass.
I've done more than grow weary of the Empire. I'm afraid you'd find my politics a bit strong for your taste. Your work.
I'm a polite, sometimes indecisive senator who spends her days fighting and failing to protect separatist do-gooders, battle Empire overreach, and irritation, as you so harshly put it.
What made you angry?
The Mon Mothma people think they know. It's a lie, it's a projection, it's a front. I know they watch me, and I want that. Because as long as everyone thinks I'm an irritation, there's a good chance they'll miss what I'm really doing. I need help.
Wasting money for what?
Rebellion.
Miss Chandra,
Answer my question.
and I won't. You're better off not knowing. Or perhaps you find my politics a bit strong for your taste.
Interesting.
It's not safe here.
It's not. You're being a fool, Cassian. But a fool with a heart.
Troopers won't catch me.
He'll be turned in.
By who?
By who? By anyone?
By
He will
everyone.
blame you for what happened.
12,000 credits. It's everything I owe.
Be careful, Cass.
You too.
No. I mean, I respect him for coming back and wanting to pay his debts and get his family out, but at the end of the day, it's a foolish move, and it's likely to end in more death.
What is this?
I'm not going.
There's an Imperial barracks on Riggs Road.
Good luck to them. Ferrix has been hiding long enough.
So now you're taking on the Empire. This is madness.
No, it's not. It's overdue and probably doomed, and I'm too old, and I don't care anymore.
Oh, yeah.
13 years is attack at Aldani. Have you heard about this?
What about
He was there, baby.
Paid me the...
Aldani was just a robbery.
People are standing up.
Oh.
And getting killed for it.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, he doesn't believe yet.
You
them, Marva.
Not if I run away. Take all the money you found and go and find some peace.
I won't have peace. I'll be worried about you all the time.
That's just love.
Yeah.
I've never loved anything the way I love you. And I've never fretted on anything more, but this time. You can't stay, and I can't go.
Oh gosh, she's so good in this. Oh, Fiona Shaw, what an incredible scene that was. Wonderful acting.
You advised me to reinforce my suspicions with data.
You found a way to access our sector data without ever filing a request.
I used the Imperial Emergency Act in the wake of Aldani to gather data across multiple sectors without official sanction. There is a focused, organized rebel effort to acquire highly restricted Imperial military components. I believe Supervisor Blevin is aware. I have a documented file ready to go. I believe his accusations here this morning have more to do with self-preservation than any sense of urgency.
I'm wondering where we'd be right now if everyone here showed the same endeavor as Supervisor Mira.
You'd probably know more about the rebellion.
Well played.
Thank you, sir.
Watch your back.
Yeah. Well, this is a shift. This resort city. Is this Cancun? Imperial probe droids. Not so clear of Imperial entanglements as you might have thought, Cassian. Seems to be a fairly strong presence.
You look like you're sweating.
Well, it's hot.
Or you've been running.
Why would I be running?
Because you're a part of it.
Part of what?
Rest ears.
What?
You heard me.
Wait, no.
Oh!
No, this is great.
Hang on to this one for me. I want to check the shelter.
Oh, dear.
Charges.
Civil disruption, anti-imperial speech, fleeing the scene of anti-imperial activity, attempted damage to imperial property.
This used to be a 6-month sentence. 6 years.
6 years? Oh, dear me. Okay, so that was episode 7 of Andor, and as I suspected, a little bit of a reset going into the next arc of the story. And he did go back, but only very, very briefly did old Cassian. And I like that he wanted to go back and pay off his debts, and I like that he wanted to stick to the plan they had while he was there, which was to get away in somewhere warm and quiet. But things have changed, as we've seen. The town blames him for the Imperial occupation, which is fair enough. He did kill 2 corporate security guards, come back, hide there, and then because of that provoke a firefight in the streets. Yeah, so it's not unfair to blame him for that. I like that he wanted to pay off his debts. I am not surprised that no one went with him. And I like that as soon as he gets away, he goes somewhere which obviously has a fairly substantial Imperial presence, and instantly, well, I don't know how long it's been, maybe a couple of days, maybe a week or 2. And instantly he's been arrested and sent to prison for something he didn't do, but just because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, for 6 years because of the new measures the Empire's put in. And that brings me to the second part of this story, really, or really the major part of this episode, which was the political games at play. And mostly it's the response of the Empire is to go hard and to try and squash any rebellion as soon as it comes, and squash hard and to go hard. And that has meant that instead of people being stripped away slowly of their freedoms and not noticing it, it's come quickly and it means that people are more likely to fight back, which is a mistake. But it's a mistake that Luthen wanted the Empire to make. It's a mistake that he needed for the rebellion to become more than just this tiny little thing which is happening. He needed it to expand and to make it forefront and to make people think. And it's really interesting to see that. But it's also interesting to see Mon Mothma being nervous about going that far. And then by the end of the episode, I think she's ready. Or she's on the way to being ready, to realizing, okay, this is how it's gonna be. We got to go hard, and people are gonna die, and it's gonna get bad, but this is for the freedom of the galaxy, and sacrifices have to be made. So that's interesting, really, really interesting. And the other thing about the Coruscant side of stuff is that Luthen is nervous about Cassian because he's a loose end, really. And so he's put out a hit, basically, which is something I did not expect. But we'll see how that develops in the next few episodes, along with the Cyril of it. Is he using his new job to try and to do and to have access to some Imperial records to try and find Cassian? I don't know. We'll see, but I imagine that he will not be satisfied until he has come against Cassian again. And I don't think he'll be satisfied until he's caught him, but he's not going to do that, really. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how quickly that develops, and how quickly those two come face to face again. The internal Imperial politics was really interesting, because we saw a couple of episodes ago the chess game being played between these two intelligence officers, and she lost the piece in that exchange. But in this exchange, it was very much a check move, and she's not won yet, but she's made a good progress. But now she has to look out for the counterattack, which will certainly come. It's really interesting, the looking at the internal politics of the Empire, because as I've said before, it's backstabbing to rise higher. You got to take out someone ahead of you to get that position. I don't know if this is still canon, but I remember, I think I'm reading it. I think it might have been old extended stuff. But Piet, who in Empire Strikes Back becomes like the admiral of Vader's ship, was working at undermining the previous admiral for a long time, and he rose really quickly through the ranks. I think that was an extended stuff in the old stuff, which I don't think is canon anymore. But that's my thinking behind it, is that kind of mentality. So yeah, it's really very cool to see it on screen. Yeah, God, this show is so good. I love how it's shot. I love how it's acted. Oh God, Fiona Shaw, what a wonderful performance in this episode. I don't know if this is the last we'll see of her, but I hope it's not, because she's so wonderful. What a fantastic actress. Wow. God. This show is so good, guys. I'm just so in it the whole time. It's just fascinating. Oh, I can't wait for the next episode to see what happens now. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and comment below. All those things help me grow the channel so I can keep doing this for you, the internet. There are about 95% of you guys watching who are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. It really does help. And Yeah, tell me all your thoughts about episode 7 of Andor and the series so far, and what you think is going to happen in this next arc of the story. And I will see you in the next video.